Hey guys, so totally doing a pregnancy vlog again. Yay! It's like old times. So this time I'm starting really early. So I'm gonna do week 3. And actually, I'm already week 4 and I'm about to do my week 4. But the week 3 vlog that I recorded, I was so scatterbrained and flustered and whatever that I was watching it to edit it, to put it up, and I was like, oh no, it was just awful. So I basically I wrote down what I talked about. I'm going to re-talk about it, and then I'm also going to use this vlog to explain things, because man, getting a lot of FAQs right now. People are like, what? So, alright. So first, let me get into the explanation of everything, and then we'll get into the actual pregnancy stuff. But yay, I'm totally pregnant. I'm so excited. So, I'm going to just try to go through the questions people are asking me the most. So first, yes, we had another channel, and yes, we were doing TTC Vlogs since middle summer, for the last, I think, 3-4 months. So we didn't hide the channel, we just didn't advertise it, and the whole reason is because I have family who watch these vlogs, and that's really awkward, especially because I don't care if some family watch them, but some family, there are people who watch them and they don't really talk to me normally, but then they watch the vlogs and then they'll talk to me and bring up stuff that's from a vlog, and I know they watch the vlog because they'll say exactly what I said, but they act like they didn't watch the vlog and they're just talking about it to bring it up, and I'm like, just say, hey, I saw on the vlog that this happened. But anyway, because of that, it's all weird. I don't like that. So I decided, I was like, there's no way I'm doing it on here. So that's why we did it. And somebody on my forum spring was like, hey, you said you were going to give a hint when you're TTC, blah, blah, blah. I totally did. Well, I pretty much said it in a mom vlog. I was like, at one point this summer, I told everybody, hey, I reached my weight loss goals, and you all know what that means. And most people got it. Most people in the comments were like, yay, baby having time. So most people caught that hint. And then another thing we did is I tagged my videos on the other channel specifically so that if you were watching our Kyle and Court videos, they would show up on your recommended videos. And they did too, because I would always go and check. They would show up on the side. And that's how most people found our vlogs, is they were like, oh my gosh, I was watching your such and such video on Kyle and Court, and on the sidebar I saw your TTC video, and I was like, wait a minute, that's the same girl. And then they came and found it. So a lot of people found that channel that way. So yeah, it wasn't hidden, we just didn't advertise it. But that was how we tried to hint that it was there. So yeah, but I'm gonna put all those TTC videos, I'm gonna upload them to this channel, so you guys don't need to be like, well, where's the other channel? I'll just upload them here. It's just easier, because now who cares? I don't care if family watches it now. Cat's out of the bag. Is that people who were watching the TTC vlogs on my other channel, they did find out first that we were pregnant. We put the video up there first. So okay, and then the other thing we did is when we actually found out we were pregnant last Wednesday, and when we found out we were pregnant, we switched the banner on our YouTube homepage to have 2 birds. Our banner is a tree and a little bird, and we added another little bird, right? And all summer, I keep hinting to you guys. I've been like, hey, I changed that banner a lot. You should check it out. Well, I wasn't telling you that because I changed it a lot and I cared if you see or not, even though I do. I change it for holidays. I had a fall one up, we had 4th of July one up, we had a summer one up. I do change it for real, but I was telling you guys because I was like, I wanted people to know if they check it, and there might be a little hint. So I don't think anyone caught on to that, but maybe someone did. Just tell me if you did. But yeah, we changed it. So there was 2 little birds sitting on that banner several days before our video was uploaded. So, which was really, fun. It was fun. And okay, and then everyone wanted to know how I told Kyle and what was his reaction. So, sorry I don't have his reaction on film, but he was at work. So what I did is I was so excited, I just wanted to call him, but instead I took a cell phone picture of the test, and I just sent it to him, and I just waited. I was just waited, and I didn't have to wait very long, and he just called me, and he was like, hi, and I was like, hi, and I just didn't say anything. I wasn't like, oh, guess I'm afraid. And I sat there, and he was like, how are you? And I was like, I'm good. And he was like, So yay. And I was just like, I know. And so anyway, it was really awesome. And the funny thing is that we'd actually taken a test that morning, and it was pretty much negative. So, but then I just had this weird feeling, and I'd gone out with Sophie on this extended walk, and I hadn't really drank a lot, so I knew I was going to have a concentrated urine. And usually the best urine to test for pregnancy is your first morning urine, like that you've been holding all night. But I just had this feeling. I don't know how to describe it. I did the same thing with Sophie. It was just like, one day I was like, I just had this like feeling. So anyway, and I am a pee on a stickaholic, but I'm usually not a pee on a stick twice in the same day. Like, I'm not that bad. But that day, for some reason, I was just like, that test from the morning was bothering me. So I went ahead and, like, when Sophie went down for her nap, I had already, when we came back from the park, I had saved some urine from that. And then, like, later when Sophie went down for a nap, I was like, I'm going to go test. And I kept telling myself, oh, it's stupid that I'm testing, da-da-da. And then I was like, well, I better film it, because I didn't film my negative test this morning or the negative test the day before. And I had promised the TTC people that I was with that I would film. So I was like, okay, I'm going to film. And I totally expected not to use that footage. So when we were watching, and it started to just show up, and it just, and like, I show it showing up, but you can't see it very well because I start talking to everybody. But by the end of the video, it was like, no doubt, a second line. And that morning, my test had been negative. So I was just like, anyway, I was so excited, you guys. I was so excited. Oh, so excited. So people wanted to know, like, how long it took. This was our third or fourth, I'm so sorry, I cannot remember, cycle trying. However, that was a lot longer, though, than a normal, like 3 cycles, because we actually were having trouble with my, like, I wasn't regular at all. Like, my menstrual cycles were so out of whack, you guys, and we're pretty sure it was caused by my excessive working out, because I'd been doing P90X, and it just messed up my my cycles. It just, like, totally did. And so anyway, it just wasn't happening. I was having, so, one cycle for me would be the length of, like, 2 cycles for someone else, and it just really stunk, because I felt like I had to wait forever to even ovulate, and then I had to wait, it was just really hard, and it was like starting to, like, wear on me just because of the length of time. And so finally, I still kept working out, but I cut my workouts down to something, like, a little less excessive. And sure enough, the next time, like, my everything started to go back to normal. So it was definitely that I was just, like, working out like crazy, and my body's just adjusting. And the funny thing is if we weren't trying to conceive, I probably would never have even noticed, and it wouldn't matter, and my body would have adjusted eventually naturally. But because we were trying to conceive, I, like, was noticing. I was totally in tune with what was happening. And I wasn't, I was in too much of a hurry to just wait for things to naturally fix themselves. So anyway, so the quick solution was I cut my workouts down, and that fixed it. My cycle started to go back to normal, and sure enough, when I had my first much more normal cycle for me, we conceived, which is amazing. So really, really, really excited. Okay. So I think that's it. I'm sure there was more questions. Oh, people wanted to know on Facebook the picture in our profile. Yes, that's the same picture. That test is the exact same test from the video. I'm trying to think what other questions people had. I don't know. There was more, but I think that answers most of it. So, yay! So there's the explanation. I know. I'm so excited still. Like, I'm just so excited. So now, okay, I'm gonna make myself move on to the actual week 3, which you hardly even know you're pregnant at that point. But and another thing is that technically I should be, when I talk about week 3, based on my LMP, my last menstrual period, that's how most doctors calculate your due date, I would be 4 weeks, but I'm calculating mine based on ovulation, so I ovulate later than average. So I don't know exactly when I'm due, but it should be around July 24th based on ovulation, and around July 17th based on my last period. So once I get an ultrasound, we'll have an exact due date, but somewhere in between there, right? So right now I'm just going to go with what I think, which is closer to ovulation. So, because I was right with Sophie. With Sophie, I knew the day I ovulated, and my due date was exactly that day. it was not the day of my last period. And so, anyway, week 3, I definitely had a little bit of nausea. I think it was just because the hormones kicking in, because it wasn't anything like horrible, but I've thrown up twice. And I never threw up even once with Sophie, not even one time. So that was kind of annoying. And then, let's see, I had a sore upper chest. I think we all know what we're talking about. And so that was a little sore, but not bad, like barely at all. And then the weird thing is that before I tested positive, like a day or two before, like for like 3 days in a row, I had hot flashes. Okay, I don't even know if that's really a pregnancy symptom, and I never had that with Sophie, but Lord knows, like, it was, like, so weird. I was just, like, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. And I'm normally, like, a cold-natured person. Like, I get chilly. So it was so weird that I was just, like, freezing. I mean, wow, really? Really, Courtney? No, it was so weird that I was so hot. I was just, like, I felt like the heat was radiating from inside my body. So that was weird. But that only happened, like, 3 times, and it's not happened since. So I think that the symptoms I was having for week 3 were all related to, like, the hormones kicking in, and that now they're leveling out. So that's about it. It's not really a lot to tell for week 3 because nothing's really happening. You're barely pregnant. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to go do week 4 and talk more about that. So, yay, guys. I hope you're as excited as I am. I think you are. And I know I could not. There was no way. There was no... I think it's physically impossible for me to reply to everybody who left a comment. But I read every single one. I'm still reading every single one, and it just makes me every single comment I read makes me more excited. Like, I just cannot describe the happiness I feel. Like, I'm so happy right now. And so, yeah. So on that note, I'm going to end it and say thank you, and I will see you guys in week 4. So, bye.